You've been waiting for so long, it feels like God forgot. The prayers seem unanswered. The doors remain closed. The promise feels further away than when you first believed it. But what if I told you that right now, in the unseen, the shift has already begun? There are 5 specific signs that show up in the final stretch, right before God moves. Most believers feel them and dismiss them. They think it's coincidence. They think it's exhaustion. It's not. It's the final 30 days. Stay with me, because the 5th sign almost nobody recognizes for what it actually is. Number 1. Everything that was familiar suddenly feels wrong. The job that used to be tolerable now feels suffocating. The friendships that used to bring comfort now feel hollow. The routine that used to give you safety now feels like a cage. You can't explain it. Nothing on paper has changed, but something in your spirit has shifted. That's the first sign. God is loosening your grip on the old before He hands you the new. Isaiah chapter 43, verse 19 says it directly. See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? The reason the familiar feels wrong is not because something is broken in you. It's because something is finishing inside you. You feel this right now. The restlessness that won't let you settle. Here's the truth. That's not depression. That's preparation. He's ending the chapter you needed to be ready to leave. But the discomfort with the familiar is the first layer. The second sign goes deeper because it happens to your relationships. Number 2. People start leaving without you doing anything wrong. This one hurts. Friends who used to call don't call anymore. Family who used to understand suddenly seems distant. People you thought would walk with you through this season simply fade. You haven't fought with them. You haven't pulled away. They just stop showing up. Genesis chapter 50, verse 20 is the lens for this. What happened to Joseph was not what it looked like. His brothers meant evil. God meant good. Even the removal was part of the plan. When God is about to shift everything, He often clears the room first. Not because the people were bad, because the people were for the previous season. The new season requires new alignment, new voices. Sound familiar? The people who were everywhere a year ago are nowhere now. That's not loss, that's clearance. He's making space for who comes next. But the third sign is the one that scares most believers, because it looks exactly like things getting worse. Number 3. The pressure intensifies right before the breakthrough. This is the rule almost no one is taught. The closer you get to the breakthrough, the louder the storm gets. The bills get more aggressive. The accusations get sharper. The doubts get heavier. And right when you should be celebrating because the door is about to open, you feel like collapsing. Listen carefully. The intensified pressure is not the absence of God. It's the signature of His arrival. Lazarus had been dead 4 days before Jesus arrived. Everyone had already given up. The sisters were mourning. The tomb was sealed. Hope was gone. And that's when Jesus showed up. John chapter 11 describes the most impossible situation ending with the loudest miracle. The pressure you're feeling right now is the pressure of the system not wanting to let go of what God is about to take back. The enemy never fights you for nothing. The intensity is the proof that something significant is about to break loose. Ask yourself this. Has the last 30 days been one of the hardest stretches of your life? That's not breakdown. That's the labor pain of breakthrough. You're not falling apart. You're crossing over. But the fourth sign is gentler, and it usually comes after the storm peaks. Number 4. A strange peace settles where there should be panic. After the pressure reaches its highest point, something unexpected happens. You stop panicking. Not because the situation changed. The bills are still there. The diagnosis hasn't moved. The conflict hasn't resolved. But internally, you're calm. It feels almost foreign. You should be falling apart. You're not. Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 3 says, "Though it linger, wait for it. It will certainly come and will not delay." The strange peace is the Spirit acknowledging that the answer is already on its way, even though the eyes cannot see it yet. You know this feeling. The moment when you stopped striving and something invisible held you. The moment your body unclenched, even though nothing visibly changed. That's not denial. That's faith activating below the level of thought. Your spirit knows what your mind hasn't caught up to yet. The pressure was the labor. The peace is the moment between contractions. The shift is about to land. And here's where it gets serious. Because the fifth sign almost nobody recognizes for what it actually is. Most believers walk right past it, until it's too late to do what it was meant to teach them. Number 5. You suddenly want to give what you've been holding back. This is the strangest sign of all. Right before God shifts everything, you feel an unexplainable urge to release, to give, to forgive, to let go of the resentment you've been carrying, to pay back the debt you've been avoiding, to bless someone you didn't think deserved it. You don't know why. The urge just appears, and you can either obey it or rationalize it away. Galatians chapter 6 verse 9 says, "Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up." The proper time is the part most believers miss. There is a window, and generosity inside that window unlocks what generosity outside that window cannot. When Abraham was about to receive Isaac, he had already practiced releasing what mattered most. When the woman with the issue of blood was about to be healed, she released her last hope into reaching for the hem of his garment. The release always precedes the breakthrough. Always. You feel this right now. A name keeps coming to mind. An amount keeps surfacing. A conversation you've been avoiding keeps presenting itself. That's not random. That's the gate. Obey it, and watch what arrives within 30 days of obedience. Here's the truth about all 5 of these signs. None of them feel like blessing in the moment. The discomfort feels like crisis. The people leaving feels like loss. The pressure feels like defeat. The peace feels almost suspicious. And the urge to release feels counterintuitive. But together, these 5 form a pattern that shows up in nearly every breakthrough story in Scripture. The wilderness before the promised land. The cross before the resurrection. The dark before the dawn. Romans chapter 8 verse 28 reminds you, "In all things, God works for the good of those who love Him." If even 3 of these signs are showing up in your life right now, you are not falling apart. You are stepping through. The 30 days you're standing in is not the end of your story. It's the threshold of it. Now I want you to do something. Tonight, take inventory. Which of these 5 are happening to you? Mark them. And get ready. Drop the words "it's my season" in the comments if even one of these signs is happening in your life right now. That comment section is about to become a record of people standing at the threshold together. And subscribe, because the next videos go deeper into truths most pastors never teach. Don't miss what's coming.